What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video today. Coach Mike here. Now in today's video, we're going over a beginner / intermediate chest workout. Now for our purposes, remember the beginner, intermediate, and advanced classifications are completely arbitrary, but we have to define them. So for us, it's going to be if you can't quite yet do a muscle up, or if your pulling strength greatly outweighs your pushing strength and you need some more chest workouts in your life. Or if you watch this video and you're like, you know what, maybe I am at the beginner intermediate level of chest strength. Either way, we're gonna get to work. Let's go. Okay guys, we're starting today's video off with a little bit of a warm-up routine. Now this is one of my go-to routines for upper body. I use it for myself and for a lot of my students as well too. If you don't do this exact warm-up, you can totally skip ahead to the workout portion, but I highly recommend you warm up the area that will be in use for your workout. This goes for any workout you do. With that said, this exercise here is called a shoulder dislocate, and it allows me to take my rotator cuff through a pretty full range of motion. And then just for good measure, I'm doing single side shoulder dislocates here. So one of the most important things here is for both of the dislocates, you want to keep your elbow joint as straight as you possibly can. Now I'm looping the band behind me, and I'm just going to be doing some chest flies or chest pulses. And again, I have a very light band here, like most of these warm-up drills. It's just to say hi to the area. As you can see from the back, I don't want the band too high because I actually don't want it slipping off my shoulders. Next up, I'm stepping on the band and then making a little X with my hand to form a handle for some lateral raises. Now, just a quick little note here, guys, any of these rep ranges that you see written on the screen here can be modified to what you need. Or if there's another exercise that you want to combine with this, go for it. So next up, really straightforward. This is within most styles of fitness. It's just some forward circles and then backward circles as well too. This one again is just bringing the joint through a full range of motion. And just a quick reminder, mobility drills are to work through that whole range of motion as best as possible. So next up, we have a trap and chest stretch. So from this position, I just interlace my fingers behind my head, letting gravity do the work. I kind of close my elbows a little bit and just let the weight of my arms hang there. Next up, I'm looking at the ceiling and opening the chest. So as you can see from the trap stretch here, I'm not forcing my elbows closed. I'm just letting that weight of the hands kind of stretch from the base of my skull all the way down my traps. So you do not need to hold these for any long amount of time. We're just getting warmed up here. And I actually prefer to do my stretching at the end of my workouts, but sometimes when you hammer the upper body, actually just the body in general with calisthenics, you need to stretch it out before you start. So now we're getting into warm-up phase 2. I like to be a little bit active with the muscle groups that I'm going to be using for the workout. So just 10 seconds or 10 shoulder taps in the bear squat position, trying to really protract or round my shoulder blades here in that part. Same thing for the extended feet shoulder taps. I go with a little bit wider stance here just so that I can really keep balance and move my hips, not a crazy amount. Then I bring my feet in nice and close for a pike hold, really trying to elevate through the scapula here, push away from the ground and hold that position. Okay, we've finally reached phase 1 of the workout. So 5 regular push-ups we're going to start with. Then we're going to switch our grip to 5 diamond push-ups. There's many ways you can do this here. It's going to depend on your level. So I did have this labeled as a beginner to intermediate workout. If you tend to be a little bit more intermediate, then maybe don't go down to your knees for the transition. And honestly, you could even do 5, 5, 5, 10, 10, 10 back to back to back without ever touching your knees down to the ground. Or you could do like what I'm doing here, little intuitive rest between the 5, 5, 5, 10, 10, 10. And I just circled my wrist so that I could get a little bit of blood flow back there. Pump is starting to probably get real here depending on your level of athleticism. And keep in mind for this entire routine here today, guys, you can always modify. So yeah, I'm doing the full push-ups, which again would be more, by my classification, a little bit more towards intermediate level, but you can always go down to your knees or do some of the push-up modifications we've talked about in other videos to help you achieve those numbers. So one thing I want you to keep in mind here is that by set 3 or 4, we should be feeling quite a bit of fatigue. If we feel it before then, maybe it's a little bit too of an aggressive workout, but by set 3 and 4, if you're struggling to do those last 10, whether it be with the diamond or the wide push-ups, that's a good thing. It means we found the right stimulus. So we want to reach that level of fatigue. So now we've reached phase 2 of the workout, which takes a similar vein when it comes to 3 different sets. So you're doing, first set is going to be 5 dips plus a 10-second knee tuck hold. Then you're going to take your intuitive rest, and then you're going to go to 10 with a 10-second hold, and then 15 with a 10-second hold. Again, intuitive rest between those. If you're a little bit more advanced athlete, again, perhaps you do not come off of the bar and you just go right into the next set. So as soon as you're done the knee tuck hold, boom, you're right into the 10 dips, or boom, you're right into the 15 dips. Just depends on your level of athleticism. One thing I want you to keep in mind here, guys, is that you can also do this with bench dips as well, too. So that's where you have your hands on a bench and you're going to approximately a 90-degree bend. You won't get as much chest activation, but you're definitely going to hammer away at those triceps. You can also do banded dips as well, too. And that will help you reach those rep ranges without necessarily, injuring yourself or trying to do a movement that you're not ready for. So keep those progressions in mind to help you get through this workout, and listen to your body always. And now we have made it to the end of the workout, or phase 3. Now, I know there's 3 to 4 sets written here, but if you are really, really feeling it, just use this last one as a burnout and try and do it as unbroken as possible. I'm doing it elevated here because I definitely feel my chest, and if you do it on the floor, it's actually potentially worse. You feel it quite a bit more. Anyways, you're starting off with 50 push-up pulses or shorties, so you're an inch or two away from the bar pulsing. You're then matching that with 5 full extension push-ups again, and a 10-second isometric hold at the bottom range of motion. This is definitely going to add up after everything you've done already. Possibly the hardest position all day is then going to be this 90-degree hold for another 10 seconds. Then to finish up the entire workout, you're doing 5 push-ups for the finale. And for this one here, guys, if you've made it this far, very good job. That was not easy.
All right, guys, that was pretty toasty for the chest. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, like, share, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content in this video. And remember that this is just one of many, many different chest workouts you can do to level up your chest endurance, your chest size, and just your overall chest strength. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And remember, the beautiful thing about learning is no one can take it away from you. See you in the next video.